Hey guys, what's going on? I'm doing pretty good, and the tank it's doing pretty good, I guess. I had done a test on my Red Sea test kit, that new Pro kit, like the one that Andrew had, and it gave me some bizarre readings, so I'm going to have to try it again. That or something seriously wrong with this tank. It told me that I've got 1400 magnesium, I've got a 6.2 alkalinity, and a 375 calcium reading, which totally doesn't match anything dealing with the API test kits. I mean, I was showing 440 for calcium, alkalinity was showing normal, so I don't know. I must have done something wrong in the actual test kit for that to even come up with that. It just doesn't make sense. Another thing, we went to Jersey last night, and we had taken our daughter out for having a good report card, and I figured why not, since we're in Jersey, I may as well take advantage of their pricing over there. So I picked up this little NIM. We didn't know originally what color it was because it was just like a pale white, and even the guys at the store, they weren't sure. They just called it a bubble tip. So I was kind of hoping he was going to turn red, but it wasn't the case. But he was like a kind of pale white when he was up underneath the glass. They didn't even realize he was there. But I dropped him in the tank here last night after about an hour of acclimation over by this little hole. And sure enough, within probably like 40 minutes, he actually found that hole and planted himself deep into it, which is really cool. He had a really nice foot. I sent Andrew a picture to just clarify that his foot was good, which it was. So shut the power heads off for the night, and then just let him do his thing. And sure enough, he went in, so now the power heads are back on, and he hasn't moved. Thank God for that. But I picked him up for 25 bucks, which is really cool because the original one I had before, that Superstorm that's a tongue twister, that Superstorm Sandy had come along. I paid $79 for that bubble tip, and it was a much bigger bubble tip, but unhealthy. Never was happy, always stayed on the sand, so I think they actually damaged his foot. I don't know whether pulling it out of the tank or if somebody owned it previous and messed it up. Who knows? But anyways, this guy is super happy, really tiny. I mean, super small. So it's pretty cool with him. Also, I checked out their frag tank. They had a 90-gallon frag tank. And this little hammer right here was in there. They didn't have a price on him, so I'd asked the guy there, the manager, and he had made a call, and I had heard him say 52. So he came back over to me and he goes, well, normally it's 52, but we're going to give it to you for 30 bucks due to the confusion of nobody knowing the pricing on it. So I thought that was a pretty cool deal for this little hammer. It's pretty cool under the just actinics. His tips are all like a really bright fluorescent purple, so he looks really wild. Nice looking little healthy frag. Not big, but that's fine. He's got tons of room to grow in, so pretty happy about that. Another thing I noticed is the look at the cyano in this tank. I don't know what the hell is going on, but ever since I had put this GFO in here, thinking I was going to stop green hair, all of a sudden I'm getting mass cyano and green hair. Worse than what I had originally. It's just like, what the hell? So, and I even upped the dose. The original dosage from BRS was 12 tablespoons. I started out with a quarter thinking that that would work without doing any kind of major shock to the system. and it wasn't having any effect. It was actually still growing green hair. So up the dose to 3/4 of the recommended dose. And I don't know if it's just getting worse or it's just me or what, but between the cyano and the diatom, see, even there in the back, it's just like crazy. And I didn't change nothing different with the flow other than actually add more flow. I added this Maxi Jet over here versus the Aquavia, which has a lot more power out of this guy, but still, I don't know, it's still not really doing nothing, so I don't know. You're going to end up having to throw another power head in there, or maybe I'll put the Via Aqua in and see if that helps. The only thing about the Via Aqua is I'm afraid of the NIM, because that Via Aqua has a pretty nasty suction to it, so I worry about that. The Eagle Eyes are doing really good. You can see how they look. And I had moved the other Zoas up here by them. Them Zoas were having a hard time. They weren't opening for a good month or so. And since I raised them up and then also gave them a good cleaning with the Revive the other day, they're actually looking really nice now. So, well, not, I wouldn't say completely nice, but you know what I mean. They actually look way better than they did. At least they're opening up now. So that's a cool thing about them. Nothing like my Eagle Eyes, of course, but you know, what are you going to do? And also I had done the Digitata. I had cleaned it, and one thing I noticed was the base was covered up with a lot of stuff. Now look at it. Since I cleaned off that base, that's what was under the base. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about this guy. That's just like, what? I was reading that you could probably frag it at the point where the white actually stops and then just grow it basically. So that might be one option. Maybe some people can give me an idea on that. This is actually the first thing that I've glued down. And I raised him up high on my rocks anyways, so you can see where he is versus the actual light. He's still got about, I'd say, a good 15 inches from the light. I was reading that they actually do like flow, moderate to high flow, and then also moderate to high light. So that's like the highest point in my tank, and that's where he originally was for the most part as far as height goes. So I'm going to have to keep an eye on him and see how that works out. But other than that, everything else is looking alright for what it is. A lot of green still going on. But the Blenny's been doing his thing. The rocks are getting all their different colors of coralline back. So it's slowly coming back out of this nasty, weird looking green stuff. So you can see the difference in the colors of all the rocks now. They're really like popping with all the really pretty colors. So yeah, we'll have to just see what's going on. But anyways, that's what I've got going on right at the moment, guys. I'll keep you all updated. And with that, have a good one. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.